What's up, guys? You're watching the Kyle and Craig Show.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Craig.
All right, guys. Today we're talking a little MLB talk. It was the opening week last week. Derrick Rose's return and some NHL talk. But first thing, Kyle, hit me what's going on in Chicago with baseball.
Chicago White Sox are 1-4, embarrassingly. They got the first win yesterday against the Minnesota Twins, coming back after being down 4-0, and then ended up winning 5-4 with the go-ahead run in the 8th. And for you sorry Cubs fans, the Cubs are 2-2, beating the Colorado Rockies yesterday 9-5 after losing 1-5 the other day.
Yeah.
And they look to take the series playing Sunday against the Rockies. So we'll see how their season continues to go.
Yeah, and watching the game so far, I got back from work on Friday, and I checked out that Sox game. I'm not going to say we look horrible, but we look like a 1-4 team for sure. It was really, low-key kind of embarrassing. The amount of hype I had coming into this season, and, obviously Chris Sale is injured, so our number one pitcher is down so far, but he'll be coming back soon enough. But even so, we have Jeff Samardzija and a bunch of other good names in that starting rotation, not to mention Robinson as the closer, and he's just such a champion, and, why did we go 0-4, you know?
Yeah.
Why is it 1-4? And, you got Melky Cabrera, you got, Tyler Flowers behind the plate, Giovanni Soto from the Cubs.
Yeah.
You got some hitters, you got some people. You got, obviously, Jose Abreu, the reigning AL Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
So why is this team with so much talent showing so much? I mean, is it rust? Is it just getting into the groove?
I think
of
it's
things?
just
we did all right during
early
spring
in the
training.
season.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's just early in the season.
Yeah.
Probably, some jitters, some rust, something like that. Expected more out of Jeff Samardzija. 2 starts.
1-1. Did he get the win?
No.
How does that work? Do you get the win, or if because he was pitching when Robinson won, he Robinson closed out, so then he gets the win, not Samardzija, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay,
exactly.
That sucks.
So I don't know. Expected more out of him. Obviously,
with the
our
contract
ace
he
is
has.
out, but expected more from him. The team probably not hitting as well as they should be, especially with the bats that we have on the roster.
I remember opening day, Abreu hit that home run. That was the one run we scored in 2 games.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's still early, so not trying to hate on our teams too much, but
it just looks shaky.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Same thing goes with the Cubs. Being 2-2, yeah, it's better.
They haven't lost 2 games in a row yet, so if you want to take that as a plus.
I look as a Sox fan and as a Cubs hater, I don't know why it's the weirdest thing, but I hope that they look good this year. I want to see them do well, not for the sake of the Cubs fans, not for the sake of anything, just for the sake of not sucking anymore. The same reason I'd like to see the Browns win a Super Bowl or Cleveland win anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It just gets to a point where it's embarrassing, and I'm sick of hearing about it and the 100-year curse and this, that, even though it's 120.
Yeah.
It's just I'm sick of seeing it. It's not that I want to see them win, but I want to see them do well. As a Chicago fan, you want to see them not completely suck. And, being 2-2, it's an okay start. And they're in a tough division. Obviously, the NL is beyond good, so we'll see what they
can
do.
still make it to the playoffs and lose, and I can still be happy at the end of the day.
Yeah, I still be all right, well, you didn't suck.
Yeah. But the White Sox haven't won in 10 years either, so we're not the greatest of teams in the league right now either. So I think both teams in Chicago need to step the game up. It's just the first week of the season, so it's not so bad. But
we'll see what happens in a month or so.
On a more positive note, in the MLB season, there are 3 teams left with perfect records: the Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals, and the Atlanta Braves. Kansas City's looking real good coming off that loss in the World Series to the Giants.
Yeah.
They obviously beat the White Sox.
Swept us, yeah.
Yeah. The Giants, reigning World Series champs, are 3-3. So in the first 6 games, it is just the beginning of the season. While the teams that we expected to look good. Other teams such as the Giants, middle of the pack, 3-3 is 500 records. So
it's not as good.
Yeah, it's the first week. We have a long season, but some of the teams are looking good. Chicago's not looking so good.
Now, from the first week of the season, who do you see as obviously super early, but who do you see as early playoff championship contenders?
3 teams I named. Detroit Tigers, everyone had them picked.
Which, that sucks for us, being in the AL Central. Because you
Yeah.
have the Tigers, the Royals, and even the Indians, who are probably going to be a big powerhouse team this year.
Yeah, it's
We'll be
definitely
lucky
switched
if we get
around
away
over the
with the
past
wild
couple
card.
years. Kansas City Royals were a joke for how long?
Ever.
And, Tigers, a lot of people pick them to win the Central. The Royals look really good right now. If you could do a coin toss and pick either one of them to win the Central.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I expect definitely – the Giants are always kind of shaky, but come playoff time, they're money.
So I just realized this, too. In all 3 major sports, in hockey, in all the major sports, hockey, baseball, football, even basketball, Chicago's in like the toughest divisions, dude.
Yeah.
Like you look at like the the Bears division. What
Yeah.
is it? NL Central.
No.
The
NFC North.
NFC North. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
My bad.
Got Green Bay, the Lions,
Yeah,
and the Vikings, are getting
are,
better.
but yeah, they're getting better. And then in hockey, you got the Blues, the Wild. You know, everybody and their mothers in that damn division. And it's just we got a really hard competition. And then we make it to the playoffs damn near every year in most sports, except for like football.
Yeah.
But I just kind of put that together in my head, like why?
Yeah.
Kind of
It's
got
just
that.
gotten good. I mean, the Royals were really bad for a long time, and you can only be so bad before all
Everything.
those losses, all those draft picks eventually catch up, and you turn your thing around, you know?
Yeah.
Same thing with the Detroit Lions. They were horrible for forever. All those first-round picks, and eventually look what they
Put
became,
together
a
that
really
amazing
solid
starting
team.
rotation.
I mean, a lot of people expect the White Sox to be pretty good. I mean, I expect them to get a wild card at least.
I hope so.
The Cubs, I don't know so much. We'll see how that goes.
I say playoffs for sure.
Yeah, at least
As
a
an
wild
early
card.
prediction.
Yeah. But, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Some other big crazy news. League leader in home runs, first week of the season, Adrian Gonzalez with 5 home runs in just 5 games.
That's ridiculous.
And a mind-blowing 667 batting average.
That's
So he
like-
seems poised for a pretty big year.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, that's really good.
And he's just like, I was watching him too. Like when he steps to the plate, like people are on their feet.
Uh-huh.
You know, not to say like home run. He'll definitely obviously be in the running for the home run like king of the year. Maybe setting records. I don't know. Bonds ruined the steroid era, so there's no more like breaking the home run record ever again.
Yeah.
But he'll set his own probably personal best this year.
You think
It's just
so?
exciting to see. Like I flipped on the Dodgers game, and it's just like when he got up there, like, oh, is he gonna hit it? Because he hit like 5 in the first 4, and then it's just like what the hell? Like that does not happen in baseball, at least not this early in the season. Maybe you'll see that happen like 6-7 weeks in. Some dude gets hot, and then all of a sudden he's cranking them out. Brady
Yeah,
will just
exactly,
hit
yeah.
2-1 game. Something like that. It's crazy, but for this early in the season, that's actually a huge step up for the Dodgers. And obviously, they lost in the playoffs last year, and that was pretty devastating. And obviously, who doesn't hope to go back and make it there the following year? But I think they got what it takes.
Well, as well as he's playing, they're only 2-3, which isn't bad. Again, none of these teams are in
Not even 10 games in.
Exactly. So even the 1-4 Sox, we still have plenty of games, plenty of chances to make it back. The Dodgers, Adrian Gonzalez is having a crazy year so far, first week. So let's not make more of what it is, but it's also impressive.
Yeah, congrats to him.
Yeah. So, I mean, first week of the season, teams that are supposed to be looking good are looking good. Chicago's looking stale. Like, we've come to expect over the past couple years, and
we'll see.
So it's looking good, exciting. So.
But yeah, so this is the part of the show, guys, where we put our breaks, and we like to ask you guys to please like and subscribe these videos. You can hit subscribe right here or right here somewhere. We'll put the link somewhere, or as always in the descriptions down below, and you can check out most of the things we talk about in the descriptions down below. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, all at Kyle and Craig, and on YouTube, The Kyle and Craig Show, obviously because you're watching it. And be sure to give us comments and feedback.
Yeah, we got over 80 subscribers, so the numbers are blowing up, almost at 1,000. With this video, with the average that we've been getting, this will hit the 1,000 mark by the end of next week. So very excited about that. I mean, you can see that we're starting to climb. You'll probably see the ads in our videos, which means YouTube's obviously recognizing that we're getting the views and the subscribers. So it's all thanks to you guys, so we really appreciate it again.
We'll keep making more shows and more things that you guys can get involved with, and getting guests on the shows and all that sort of stuff. And then also me and Kyle, a little announcement, are going to be starting next week recording a new show called Top 10, Kyle and Craig's Top 10, and that's going to be real exciting, where we'll go over the top 10 list of whatever it is we want to talk about.
Yeah. First one with MLB season open up, we will probably do our top 10 favorite baseball players.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. We'll switch it up, or we'll either keep it themed with the talk of the week, or we'll switch it up just because we want to.
User submissions, like if you guys want to go ahead and shoot us a message or comment below or on Facebook or anything, let us know a top 10 list that you'd like to see us do. If you want to come in and be a guest on one of those shows, that'd be real cool. It's a lot of fun. It's not gonna be the same style as this. It'll be different set sort of thing. But I like it a lot, and I know we'll have fun doing it.
Yeah.
But coming out at the break, I think I want to talk about Derrick Rose. He finally came back after a 6-week meniscus injury.
Yeah, the return.
He got hurt, had the surgery like the next day. They completely just took out his meniscus, so his knee, it is what it is, and they kind of like realized they thought they were going to give it a chance to heal and like let it do what it was going to do naturally.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, that didn't work. He went down again, so let's take that out. Now he just has nothing. So it's good because now it can't get hurt again.
Yeah.
So he won't have that same problem.
Yeah.
Coming back, I think he 12 points his first game.
Yeah.
2 assists, 3 turnovers in his first game back. Thibodeau kept him out the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing, kept him out of the fourth quarter in the second game.
Yeah.
And he only had 9 points and 4 turnovers. So that's 7 turnovers in his first
2 games.
2 games.
Yeah.
And only 6 quarters of play.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, like.
It's the rust. You got to give him time
exactly.
to come back. You got to give him time to come back to his MVP form. I mean, you don't expect him to, you know, be the MVP right off the bat.
Yeah.
So it takes a couple games, but that's exactly what happened.
In his third game?
Yeah. Because in his third game, last night, they beat the 76ers 114-107, and Rose went off. Showed everybody the flashes of the old MVP that he was a couple years ago. He had 22 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals.
And
Most important, no turnovers.
Yeah.
No turnovers. So
That's what we like to see. That's playoff
he was getting
Rose.
to the basket. He was getting to the free throw line. He was 5 of 7 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where we need him to be. So, I mean, that's the Rose that we've all come to expect. So
it's the Rose we all come to love, dude. Like, you know, like, he's got this crazy commercial out about, like, a rose growing out of the concrete. And it's like, don't question why it's there. Just celebrate that it made it through.
Uh-huh.
And that's, like, the perfect metaphor. Like, I love that they did that because it's like, he's been through so much shit. He's gone through, you know, the concrete. And now he's like, let him get back. Like, don't question, you know, what they do. Oh, he's playing only this many minutes, only this. He's only doing this. You know, he had this many turnovers. Don't question it. Like, just be thankful D Rose didn't retire a year ago.
yeah, exactly. Because
And he could have.
have.
You know,
Yep.
look at Brandon Roy. You look at a lot of these guys who got injured early.
Greg Oden.
Really bad. Yeah, Greg Oden, like, just stepped away from the game. You know, he tried to make his comeback, Greg Oden. But, you know, it just didn't work. He was never the same. And D Rose, that was the biggest question, like, ever. For a long time in Chicago sports, that was, like, the biggest story we've had.
Yeah.
So let's just be thankful that he's back. And if he puts up, you know, 22, 8, and 6 once a
with
month,
little to no turnovers.
you know, every once in a
couple
while,
games, yeah,
exactly. That's all we can ask
Plus
for.
with
And
the
then you
talent
got-
we have around.
Exactly. We got
So-
the bench that will help us support the rest of our team while he's down or while he's not having the best games of his lives. But I really hope I know there were some trade talk rumors going around about getting rid of him for next year.
Nope.
I think even just him being
I
sitting
think-
on the bench is better.
I think after everything they've been through, I mean, getting in the draft, they drafted the kid from Chicago, his MVP season,
Rookie of the year.
you know, playing Miami in the playoffs, and then his injury, and then everything they've gone through with that, they just need to stick it out to the end.
Yeah.
I mean, keep him till his legs crack in half, and, you know.
Bury him, you know, put a statue out front next to Jordan with Derrick
Exactly,
Rose on
you
it.
know, because it's just, you just have to stick it out to the end.
Of everything he's done to this team and everything he means to this city, there's no way that he'll ever separate ties with Chicago or the Bulls in any way, shape, or form. At least I hope not.
Yeah,
That's just me.
exactly. So,
Yeah, and then let's close out the show there, Cowboy. I want to talk about one last thing real quick, some NHL talk. Obviously, it's the end of the official end of the regular season, and the playoffs start Wednesday, which
Playoff
is
time.
super exciting.
get your playoff beards ready. Playoff
Yeah,
beards ready.
ooh, I'm going to shave him now, and then I'll be ready before the Stanley Cup. The Hawks play the Predators, Nashville, Music City,
Yeah.
in the first round. Obviously, they got Shea Weber behind them, and that defenseman, and he's champion amongst men. But I think we'll finish. I think we'll finish the season really well, and obviously, I think it's finals or bust.
Yeah, exactly. We both have them winning. I mean, all of Chicago has them winning. We're such a great team. We got it. I mean,
Yeah,
the Kings aren't in the playoffs this year, so there goes the kryptonite. I don't see us losing.
Yeah, and we'll definitely do some more hockey talk next week on the show. So be sure to stick around and find out what we're going to be doing then and what we'll be talking about. And then that way we'll have a few games in the playoffs to talk about, and we'll see really where things are going. But that is it for tonight or today, whenever you happen to be watching the show. As always, this has been the Colin Craig Show.
My name is Kyle.
My name is Craig.
You guys have a great weekend.
I like sports. I could do something in sports. Maybe I could be like an announcer, like a color man. You know how I always make those interesting comments during the game?
Yeah, you make good comments. Yeah, you make